I know she came out with a documentary of herself.
I was introduced to YouTube by my uncles.
One day after school, we were just chilling in her room, and she was like, I have to upload something. I was like, oh, let me see.
I was like, yeah, and you're now making money off of that?
I understood people earned money from this, but I didn't see it as a career for her.
Streaming, you know, I was getting a little bit.
She did this
On her own. It's insane. Every day I think I'm like, how is this happening? Is this real? I'm Krystalogy,
It is real.
and this is where I came from.
Man. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Her hair color now is it's quite interesting. It took me a minute.
Virginia. I feel
it
like
took a minute for it to grow on me, but now I'm kind of like used to it.
Like right before you kind of get to the
truthfully,
south of everything. It's not a small town.
Because I miss her black hair.
When I was growing up, like the moves to go hang out or like go to the mall. If you had like some money to spare, we would like just get food.
Bro, where did it say she lived? Did I miss that?
Very chill.
Are they gonna say it again? I don't know.
Calm town. Like not much
it.
happens. Everyone is just kind of living a everyday life. Returning to Woodbridge and seeing my family and like some friends that are normally around here, it definitely helps me smile more because it's like a comfort area to me, and it's home. I grew up a single parent home for a little while, and I know like a lot of people who frequent the Boys and Girls Club, it's like important to have these resources that like allow you to like go work and like do the things you need to do and not have to worry about your kids.
She's spitting.
So Krista was about 5 years old when we made that movie.
Bro, that's her dad.
The job that I had at that moment wasn't enough to provide for my 2 children. I found an opportunity in Beijing, and I took it. It was probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest decision I had to make.
I went from having my dad with me at all times, you know, we lived together, to like not even close. That was really hard for me.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks like her, but it doesn't. Does that look like her? That don't really look like her. Them house shoes, she killing it though.
My aunt Tracy and my dad were playing online GTA. She'll pass me the controller and I'll play, and we're like on the call for hours.
Bro, how young was she? How young was she playing that game? GTA. How young was she, bro?
Hours just going around driving. It was genuine fun and like bonding that you wouldn't be able to get just by a normal conversation over the phone.
That's facts.
It became a ritual for us. So every
you can bond mad
weekend
easily over a game because you're on it for so
the
long.
PlayStation with my sister. I would be on the other side, halfway around the world, and we would just play.
Once again, how old was she, bro? And she was playing that game.
Was introduced to YouTube by my uncles. I don't know how I happened upon watching The Sims on YouTube, but there's like a bunch of Let's Plays. So I started watching them. Some like of the Sim videos were like even like little movies that people would make. So I wanted to do that like in a video game and just post it on YouTube because that's what people did. Got my laptop that was given to me by my grandfather. Borrow one of my dad's meeting mics. I like went into his office. One day I just did it. It was like The Sims 3 seasons. It was a new release. That's like how that kind of got going.
Hey guys, it's Krista here.
Yo.
Kisa Buddy, aka Kisa Buddy. And this is my first LP ever.
I understood people
The grind.
earned money from this, but I didn't see it as a career for her. Like it wasn't something that I was going to say, oh, she's going to be a gamer. You know, that's not what I was looking for her to do. I was taking it more as a hobby. This is your hobby. You still need to graduate. You still need to get your degree.
I think it was like one day after school, we were just chilling in her room, and she was like, this is what I do, or I have to upload something. And I was like, oh, let me see, like, this is interesting, you know? And I was like, oh, wow. Like,
bro, chat, is that her eyes or is that contacts? I can't tell, bro. I can't tell. Either way is mad dope. Either way. I'm just mad curious.
you're legit. Like, you actually film yourself and, like, you know, you have no care. Like, you just freely be yourself online.
We are going to be unboxing Japan Crate, and I'm really excited. You know, see this as a mukbang type video. I think you just gotta kind of work with what you got. A lot of people start from like bare bones. I think what really shines is the person's personality. And like when people see that, like, okay, yeah, it's a little like crusty, but people are okay with like sticking with it if like what you are like putting out in the world is positive and something interesting to them. I want to follow my passions, and this is it. You guys are it. This is what I want to do with my life. The ad revenue that
she got a little bit of it now.
Videos, just put it to the side.
You think it's her eyes?
Eventually it'll all pile up where you could upgrade your setup. Like I was able to, 14 years old, ended up like making maybe $300, $500 a month.
She was playing GTA while she was 14? Okay, I guess. Okay. All right. I mean, like, whatever.
Off of YouTube, which was a lot for me, and I put it aside and was able to buy my first PC.
Yo, look at her, bro.
Probably like the end of junior
What is that,
year,
a Dell PC?
Year.
That's crazy.
There was the way the class was divided, like we were facing.
I'm trolling.
And that group was like talking.
I'm not serious about
and
that.
And then for like, I think they're talking about you, Krista, or they mentioned something to her, and she was like, "Oh crap!" Like people know, and I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Sabrina, were you the one that shared?" I was like, "No." I said, "It wasn't me. They probably found it. I think they just got a scent of it and then just ran with it. They just looked her up online."
The reactions were actually quite
homie right there,
contrary. Like, people thought it was cool. By like senior year of high school, how you do the superlatives in the yearbook, I got voted to be like most famous.
I think she started.
Wow,
to get
what are the
odds?
Now look at her.
We were kind of both
what
going
are
through
the
a difficult time
odds?
Freshman year. From what I can remember, she wasn't finding joy in it anymore. So she was like, maybe I need to cut back, I think it's also on top of us finding ourselves as young adults. She was dealing with issues. There was some kind of conflict within her.
I was able to kind of piece myself back together and be like, okay, I want to make content again. I miss it. I thought about Twitch.
Mr. JK, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the basement. I appreciate it so much.
Krista evolved, where you saw at the time of her YouTube videos where her content was more for her younger audience, and her content now started to evolve for a more mature audience.
I changed my name. I'm no longer Kiss the Bunny.
We've always supported Krista.
What her name was? What was her name? Krista Funny? Was that what it was? Krista Funny?
She can always call on one of us and say, hey, I need this or I need help with that. And like I've told her, I said, if at any point in time this goes away, I said, we're not going anywhere. We're still here.
I always love getting like a call, a random text.
Why does she wear glasses? I haven't seen her mom or her dad wear glasses so far. So I'm like, why does she? Interesting.
My family, because usually it comes just like at the right moment. I'm going through something very stressful, and it helps me just stress a lot less to hear from them.
We gave her that safety net, so whatever she decided to do once she graduated from school, she could do it and not worry about what would happen next.
Growing up, I actually didn't see women of color, especially like Black women, in this space.
She was like, I'm tired of seeing people that, are just male playing video games. Girls play video games too. I can show you guys, I can play video games.
Big facts.
Nice.
Oh, she can play, bro.
At the end of like
she
2019, the potential of it being a job and like more than a hobby started to kind of come into my mind. I felt like this is a perfect opportunity for me to give this my all.
She told me she was gonna leave the internship and go do this full time. I was kind of like, what? I'm like, you have a nice internship and now you're gonna leave? I'm like, for me, it was kind of like nerve-wracking, But I was like, well, I said, if you feel comfortable, that you can do this on your own and that you can fend for yourself, I said, go for it.
I got reached out to.
Yo, that's the crazy part about it all. Yo, the homie Grim. Yeah, bro, I'm back. I'm back, bro. I'm back, dude. Yes, sir. What's good, man? How you been? I haven't seen you in so long. It's nice to see you back in the chat. Yeah, man. Dude, I hope you've been doing great over the past years, man. I can't even say weeks, months, none of that. Like, I gotta say years. It's been a long time. But that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's quite interesting to just be in college, study for something. You get a full, you know, like something that's about to like give you a job, and then you kind of abandon it the very next moment. It's like, now I'm gonna take it really is like a leap of faith, man. A leap of faith in just being like, hey, I'm gonna just do this instead and just hope it work out. So it's pretty crazy. Pretty nerve-wracking.
By Genji to do a video with them. It went really well, and they asked me to join their team.
Oh my god, I forgot like the one freaking super duper ridiculous amazing announcement that I almost freaking forgot. I joined Genji.
It kind of just started to fall into place. I was able to continue more with content creation. I was growing because the pandemic, a lot of people was at home. They need things to watch, so like my viewer base was growing a lot more rapidly. By the end of the year, I got my first big sponsorship.
I was in that. I was watching.
It was really surreal just to see her up on New York Times Square.
Dude, I
and
remember
to understand that, you know, she did this.
I remember that post.
She did this on her own. She had achieved that level of recognition. She was representing our community, and that for me was a very, very proud moment. Not only does she get to represent the Latino community, but she also gets to represent the African American community.
Oh, have you been good for the years, man? Yeah, I've been doing pretty well.
Like applauding for Krystal.
I've been doing pretty well, man.
It was kind of cool.
Right now, we are going to the Boys and Girls Club. We're going to be presenting them with a check from.
You in here watching the Krista documentary? Yeah, you missed the death battle, man.
Amazing. And
you missed the whole death battle, bro. Nerd stuff. We was watching Gogeta versus Vegito. The fight was pretty crazy. The fight was pretty crazy, man. You missed it. But now I'm in here watching a Krystalogy documentary, and it's not that long of a video, so I'm like, you know, why not?
Important because my mom was a single mother for a while, and resources like this would have been extremely helpful for us. On behalf of Cricket, I'm here.
How can they possibly fight? It was a death battle.
$5,000 for the Boys and Girls
You know?
Club.
For our community, this keeps us.
Yeah, I
kids
forgot
safe.
that was
It
out
gives them
until today too. I like
opportunities, and
reminding
also gives
myself.
them opportunity to explore the world around them
Ouch, my
while
neck.
receiving education and skills, life skills, if you would, for surviving and learning in a changing world. So that's one of the more important things that we focus on here as it relates to our youth, is making sure that we equip them with the tools that they need to succeed.
Cool.
I essentially just want a place where everyone can like hang and like have
Top
fun.
G.
I want it to be inclusive.
Yo,
It's
the
like a
homie
friend group
Cade?
hanging out. Like it's always
No way.
fun. Like we have our regulars, we have our lurkers.
Welcome to today's
Cade,
stream.
Cade.
How has your Tuesdays been?
It's funny because like my community isn't just like my Twitch community. I also have like a reaction channel, and I have a community.
Bro, her reaction channel, I was on that mug, bruh. Like, pandemic, dude, she watches all the DC animated stuff, you know. When it comes to the Batman, the Justice League, she watch all that stuff. Makes great videos of that. That jump fire. I watch all that basically. Even the Young Justice, she's been doing Young Justice too. I don't know if she's still doing that no more. That junk go crazy. She watched all the Spider-Man. That junk go crazy. The reaction videos for that is top tier. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And it's cut up and chopped up into like perfection in my opinion. Like, she captures all the best like parts of her reactions, and there's not a dull moment into it. That her Krystalogy reacts, that's what I was on, like pandemic, bro. I watch hours of that. I go crazy.
Community on Instagram and on Twitter. It honestly astonishes me how long people have spent.
Streaming has
supporting
become
me,
a huge
especially
thing. Streaming has become a huge thing over the pandemic. It really has. Like, streaming platforms went up ever since the pandemic. A lot of people blew up.
Since it's been 10 years.
'Cause it was nothing else to
people
do.
Always come and go out your life.
Everything was a
and
remote
that
job. It was
definitely
nothing else to
brings
do.
A huge smile to my face.
I was one of those
You know,
people.
looking
I
at
didn't
the
do
subscriber
nothing.
base
I
as
watch
I'm- as
videos
I
and I
pop
just
it
played
open, I look at the
games.
video.
The only thing I didn't do was
Wow,
like
she's got
put out content.
127
What I could have done, but
subscribers here. Then she's branching off different channels.
In
She took
reality,
full
I know Krista,
advantage of
you know,
that.
She has her own plans, and she's done so well.
And she
on
stayed
her
consistent
own.
while
I just
doing
wanna
it,
be there to
too.
Support her in whatever it is that she does.
For her now, like, she has to go above and beyond. She can't go back to, you know, just
oh yeah, that's for
working
sure her
9
sister.
to 5. She has to keep it elevated always.
I am constantly
That's for
thinking
sure, her
like, this
sister.
is crazy. Financial stability.
You still
is
trying to do
something
music?
that I
Bro,
wanted to
send me some stuff
achieve.
over,
Being
bro.
in the position I am now, I'm definitely a lot
I would most definitely
less
listen
stressed
to it.
about the financial
Especially in the morning
hardships.
when I'm
It's
waking up.
unbelievable, and like
I
I'm
listen to
so
that joint.
grateful that I'm
Hop
even
up in the
like,
shower,
able
brush my
to
teeth,
be
and all
in
that
this
type of stuff. I
position,
listen to
'cause
it.
It's insane. Every day I think I'm like, how
A friend of
how is
mine's
this
do
happening?
music
This is
too. He
real.
was just in here
It feels
earlier.
like a cheat code or something.
Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, very nice video. Yes, Krystalogy, go crazy. Yes.
Through the night, I would try to get it tonight. Hit a phone on my head like